All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Alex right here, and with Cadillac Europe, with John today. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me with you.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you on the channel. So you're the engineer for the OPTIQ?
Yes, the global product engineer, design engineer, chief engineer for the OPTIQ.
So very, very important person with us today. We're gonna talk about the car. We're gonna start with the front car, then we're gonna make the entire tour of the car.
Oh, sure.
That we gonna discuss of everything what's new and what's the specificity for Europe, which is very important on this point as well. So let's get started.
Oh, it's lovely to be here, first of all. This is a global car, and we designed it as a global car from the very beginning. We knew it was global customers, global luxury customers, and this represents the gateway of Cadillac luxury into the European market. And for Europe, well, let me talk about the car in general.
Absolutely, we can start from the front, for example, and the whole car as well.
So this is an iconic Cadillac design. It's vertical headlamp elements. It's a very striking, clearly Cadillac design. And we've got a lot of details and refinement, fit and finish. It's just excellent. We did a very aggressive windshield, 27-degree windshield. The car looks like an arrow through the air, you know, from our designer's perspective. And our designer worked very closely with our chassis engineers to create a very competent vehicle that really handles well, and it shows that it handles well. But you can see all of the detail in the hood, the laser etched grille, the Mondrian inspired design in the emblem and the badge. Again, the vertical headlamp elements. You know, and the really cool thing, there's 5 radars packaged in the front of this vehicle.
That's a lot.
Yes, yeah, it's incredible. So it helps with all of our ADAS, and similarly in the back we have another 5 radars packaged: long range, short range, lateral, short range. So there's an incredible amount of technology in this vehicle, as well as just pure beauty.
Absolutely.
It's moving when it's standing still, and that was the whole objective when we were setting out to design this vehicle.
And it's immediately recognizable that it's a Cadillac, obviously.
It's clearly a Cadillac.
So with all the lines that you've mentioned, 100% distinguished.
It's clearly a Cadillac. Yeah. We even have, you know, down the side profile, you can see there's, you know, the older Cadillacs in the past. We had fins, so there's some of that, and there's Mondrian design pattern that I've talked about from the Dutch artist Mondrian. We've carried that pattern into this laminated glass, which is, you know, very rare. Oh, by the way, all the glass is 100% acoustic laminated glass, and it makes for a very quiet interior, whether it's wind noise or whether it's motorcycles. So you feel it's your own space when you're in the vehicle.
Like your own bubble. Very good to
Very much your own bubble. And I'll talk about the music system later.
Oh yeah,
because that's
we have
very
to check
important.
it out. That's for sure.
But we carry that pattern through the tail lamps, and you can see it in the tail lamps here. You know, and we actually put camber into the tail lamps that speaks to how competent this vehicle is. It's very agile. It's nimble. It's a great urban solution. It's great for, you know, driving in urban.
In every situation, also, especially here in Europe, obviously.
Now let's talk about Europe.
Yeah, we can.
So what did we do for Europe? So we worked with Continental, our tire partner, and we developed a dual compound tire specifically for Europe. It's a summer tire. It's a very strong, it's a sporty, lends to sporty driving. And then because we did that, we had to redo the suspension completely. So it's all new hydraulic bushings, it's all new stabilizer bars, it's all new damper settings. We have a dual, maybe it's too technical, but
it's all right. It's very important.
It's a dual rate damper. It's frequency dependent damper. ZF originally developed it. You know what's important? You have all the ingredients for the cake, but it's how you bake the cake. And our chassis engineers are really accomplished race car drivers as well. They really know how to do really good steering feel, really good handling characteristics, and their magic is in this chassis. And you know, the feedback we're getting this week is the chassis is brilliant. It's so much fun to drive. Also standard is all-wheel drive, so only all-wheel drive. And then also standard is big Brembo, 6-piston Brembo brakes, and that's standard as well.
Very huge.
They're massive brakes, and and you know, and I personally drove this vehicle in the Autobahn, and I've driven it probably 12,000 kilometers through Europe myself with my engineers with me. And we drove it in every instance, in every mountain road. We drove through Alpine passes. We also drove, of course, the Autobahn.
So you guys really tested it well.
We very much
very
tested
good conditions.
Just to be triply sure that we are bringing the very best gateway gateway luxury vehicle,
ingredients,
luxury vehicle to the European client as a Cadillac.
Wow, wow! Cannot wait to test it tomorrow, actually. But it's good to have all the specific things about that car and everything that you guys bring, comparing to the US here to Europe, with all the modifications that make kind of a good difference as well. So
yeah,
that's very nice.
And to get technical too, we put 1 million hours of computational fluid dynamic testing into this vehicle before we even started tooling this vehicle to ensure that it had the very best coefficient of drag, but also very important is aeroacoustics, so you get no wind buffeting from the mirrors or any of the other pieces of the vehicle. We look at even side winds, how does the vehicle behave? And we refine and refine. So not only is it an aesthetic look, it's a blended look, or it's a blended performance and aesthetic look. So it's a fantastic, whole great adventure that we've been on for the last 3 years.
Wow, wow! And here's the result. The shape of the car is absolutely beautiful as well. And
yes.
There's a lot of things also for the interior that we can check. That you guys put also a lot of efforts into it. So now we can talk about the interior and everything that you've put into it. We've also some good modifications, especially about the leather, that you can mention.
Sure, yeah. So the interior of the vehicle, when we started this vehicle, we didn't have anything we were benchmarking other than who a luxury customer is and what does a luxury customer value. And we're also looking at trends in the future. Our lead designer was born in Provence, and she was raised in Provence, and she came to Cadillac. We were very lucky to have her join us, and she convinced me that luxury customers really value sustainability. They really value fabrics, and so we have a really fun but elegant interior in the vehicle. And so let's have a look in the interior. There's really fun colors in here. And so I'll talk about the fabrics. First of all, this is what we call Cadillac collection fabric. It's 100% recycled polyethylene. And then here we have another material that's 100% recycled, and that's called Tide. And it's in all of our storage pockets.
Very different fabrics.
Yes. And the fun part is, look at the colors. This is called Santorini blue. It's an ode to the Greek island of Santorini.
Yeah.
You see these colors,
yeah.
And so
light blue,
and then this is
so
this is our lighter color, and we had a lot of fun designing the interior of the car. It's elegant, but it's also it's bold, and the colors that we chose and these materials that we chose allow us to do that. But these sustainable materials, we call this collection fabric. It's 100% recycled polyethylene. And this Tide material, this aligns all of our storage pockets, whether it's in the doors or in the center console. And that has a really nice texture to it.
Exactly.
Has a nice visual feel to it. And also, it gives us great color opportunities and great choices. So this is our lighter colored interior. And then if you look at the seats, these are Intellilux leather seats, and they're heated, vented. And look at the stitching and the detail that we have in these seats and all of the texture that's in the seat. And our interior was all about doing really nice textures, really elegant and understated luxury in the vehicle. And then we have these details are incredible. These authentic steel knobs for adjusting the airflow and the control. When you see the buttons for the HVAC controls, that we call heating, ventilation, or temperature controls. And our customers, we knew, want choices in how they interface with the vehicle. So you can talk to the vehicle and tell it what temperature you want, or you can touch some beautiful buttons.
Like the assistants also while driving the vocal assistants.
So you can do Google Assistants, and you can talk to Google and say, hey, change the temperature of the vehicle, please turn on the seat coolers for us. So we have seat cooling, heating, we have heating in the back, we have heating all the way through. We have massage in the seats as well. It's a really comfortable environment. So a centerpiece of the design of the interior of the vehicle, I mean, you could feel how down and away it is and how elegant it is, but it really is centerpiece, is our 33-inch 9K resolution, billion color screen. and it gives you incredible detail and quality. But you know what's more important is the ecosystem inside of the screen. And let's talk about Dolby Atmos, for example. 3 years ago, our team met with the Dolby Dolby Atmos experts, and that was originally developed for the cinema. And there was some really innovative musicians, mixing engineers about 10 years ago that said, hey, we should leverage this technology for music. And really what Dolby Atmos is it's incredible software that allows sound sources to be considered three-dimensional objects. And so what that allows the mixing engineer, the artist, to do is specifically place in 3 dimensions where they want the sounds of their music to be. So for an orchestra, for example, you could have the violins here, and you could have another violin there. You could violas, or you could have a piccolo beside you, and it feels like you're literally
You can make a mix together from different sides.
And it feels like you're the conductor because you have the whole orchestra around you, and you can hear clarity and detail that you've never heard before in a stereo mix. In fact, it's impossible to create that experience. And so our team actually spent time before we started putting Dolby Atmos, and you can see these overhead speakers, and there's 19 speakers in here. But what's more important is
19 speakers.
There's 19 speakers in here. There's 3 subwoofers. There's 4 height channels or height speakers. There's 15 speakers just coming around and giving you that surround. And with that, and the reason we did this is we spent time in recording studios learning how recording studios were designed and what it was, the environment that an artist was creating their art. And then once we understood that technically, speaker location, the software, the neural delays that occur to allow you to hear that cymbal or that piccolo placed exactly where the artist wants it. Once the studio has that ability, we said that's exactly what we're going to do in the Cadillac OPTIQ. So we used all of their resources to help us because they're the music industry, and I realized they wanted us to
collaborate together for that.
Yes, and they absolutely collaborated. It was Dolby collaborated, a lot of top studios collaborated with us to actually create an authentic studio experience in the car.
Wow.
And the nice thing is we always know where someone's sitting. It's not like a living room. And the other thing that was really interesting is we were looking at Billboard 100, so the top 100 streaming music. And 93 are recorded in native Atmos. They also have a stereo mix, but the native Atmos told me very quickly how much the music industry believes in Dolby Atmos. And now there's hundreds of thousands of tracks, older tracks that have been remixed into Dolby Atmos. So you hear a favorite song of yours from whatever part of your life, and you'll now hear it in a clarity and detail that you've never heard it before. It feels like you're inside that song.
Or you're into your own studio, so floating studio in the road.
Yes, and I've had many people from very famous studios sitting in the car. Yeah, this is
Yeah, there we go.
Do you hear that?
Oh wow,
all gone.
it's all smooth.
It's just this is our space.
That's
now.
our studio right
This
now.
is our space.
That's our studio, our space.
Now, I would play something, but there would be copyright.
Yeah, we can't due to the copyrights, but it's a great introduction about Dolby. Maybe I'm for sure there's a lot of people that are not even aware that there is this in the Cadillac put into it. So it's really important that we talk about it. Thank you for that.
And the feedback I've had from some very top studios, we've demonstrated this vehicle. We took it to a Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and then we took it to a very famous show called North American Music Merchants Show. Everyone from the music industry was there, and they said, "Why is the car here?" I said, "Because we want to get feedback from you as to what you think."
The direct feedback of what you guys think.
And they didn't think it was possible to create the level of fidelity in a car. But they're convinced. In fact, one of the mixing engineers came to me and said, "I don't need a studio. This car is so good. I could just mix in this car."
Wow.
That's what they think of it. There's a number of studios in North America have purchased these vehicles
For that.
just for sound checks.
Wow.
Yeah, some very famous studios.
Wow.
Have
So you guys cannot have
they hear this? They
better
have to
feedback,
have it.
right?
Yes, and now their artists are hearing this car. It's
believe
dozens.
it.
So we've been lending these cars to studios, and then they're buying them because they have to have them because the sound is so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That can be the communication number 1 for that. besides many others.
Yes,
But
there's
this
many
is
others.
incredible.
Yeah, no, it's
Do you
really...
guys realize what Jen just said about the music and about all the studios? It's insane.
Yeah.
It's really insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of many options that this car can provide. Also,
It's part of just an incredible experience. So we want the technology to be seamless. I mean, if we go, so now you have choices, right? You can control that screen from this multifunction
here, yeah.
controller. That's one option. You can touch the screen. If you want to change temperatures, you can
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
we have
here.
the buttons,
touch,
yeah.
and these buttons, like just feel those buttons.
exactly.
Just
we
hear
hear even the noise of it. Yeah,
how precise those are.
Yeah.
And those are authentic, stainless steel
exactly.
buttons. So you can say, "Hey Google, please change the cabin temperature to 19 degrees."
Got it. Changing the temperature to 19 degrees.
So easy.
Or, "Hey Google, please turn on the front seat coolers."
Got it. Turning on the seat cooling for the front.
I hope you like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, especially when you drive and you don't want to touch like through all the buttons.
Yeah.
It's very great to have like.
And when you integrate your phone, you can my phone's not integrated, but you can do voice to text or text to voice. You can, so it's really great for people. We targeted this vehicle for younger, affluent people that want the seamless blend of technology into their lives. Hey Google, please give me directions to Geneva.
For example.
I can't find that place.
Oh, because you said, for example. Yeah.
So we will redo it again.
So it's a seamless blend of technology that we're after for a luxury customer. So, for example, hey Google, please give me directions to Barcelona.
All right, Barcelona.
So it gives you options in terms of the route. Has tolls in it. It knows the elevation changes. It's our software, by the way,
Okay.
but we leverage the Google metadata that's out there. So it knows elevation changes. It knows you. It knows the way you drive, and so it's going to give you the battery range. When you exist. So when you arrive, I'm sorry, and it says if you do a return trip.
Oh yeah. Everything is indicated here also.
Barcelona low emission zone en route.
All right.
Yeah. So it has all of the beautiful data that exists out there with Google, and we leverage that data. But this is our map software because it's integrated with the vehicle. It knows the state of charge of the vehicle. It knows how you drive. It knows the elevation changes. And in fact, we're going to be bringing in weather and wind as well. And so it can estimate if there's a charging stop that has to happen on the way, it will already decide what the best option is. The whole system is designed to minimize time. However, if you want to choose more green routes, you can do that, and it will give you
have
options as you
multiple
drive.
choices,
it
right?
will give you choices, and then if you want to add a stop, I should just last thing on the maps.
Yeah.
So you have these incredible graphics. It's very intuitive. Gives you options on how you want to drive and how you want to get there. If you want to add stops, you can do that. But it also has in the heads-up display, and I don't know if you can see it from the camera or not, but
See it.
it's really great. It's very intuitive
And very clear
and
also.
It's telling you the speed limits that you're driving in. It will also warn you of any kind of incidents that might be coming up, or so it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good to drive with. It just makes you feel far more confident on your journey.
It's also, as we said, there's like a lot of technology, but at the end, it's like the easiest way to use this technology because it's like very accessible.
It's
no matters.
very intuitive.
Yeah.
It's very easy to use.
And here we have this side right now.
Yes.
This part.
The steering wheel. Let's talk about the steering wheel. So as I said, some people like great graphics and that interface and verbal integration and discussions and touch screens. But they also, a lot of our luxury customers appreciate having buttons. So we have a lot of intuitive buttons through the steering wheel. So we have volume controls. We have a volume control here. We can change the volume in many different ways. This volume control, this is just acknowledging and changing, different features that you can choose. We have resume and set for all of the different cruise settings that we have, and we have a full array of ADAS
A lot of
settings.
controls for it, yeah.
Yes, and then this is changing your following distance, and then all of these buttons are all of your ADAS buttons that are here to turn it on, to turn it off. This is a hands-free button, and we will soon have Super Cruise coming, but we're launching with what's called hands-on lane centering assist, so you can just touch
Just
the
like-
wheel
yeah.
and it's steering for you. And it also, you can choose to have it recognize signs and slow down and speed up according to signs, or you can choose not to have it do that. And then there's a lot of communication information here,
Like
there's channel
when you make
changing.
polls, yeah, for
So
the
there's-
radios.
And it becomes, once you know the vehicle, it's really easy. This is all of your rear wiper. This is all of your wiper and
Like
turn-
all the
turn
standards that
signal.
you need as
Yes,
well.
and washing the wiper, and then this gear shift. We spent
here it is.
hundreds of hours on this gear shift to create a really luxury feel to that gear shift. It feels wonderful, and it's also very intuitive. So you pull it back, you push it up, and you pull it back or push it down. Now, it's
Very
not happy because the vehicle's plugged in.
Yeah,
and you don't
now
have
we
your foot
cannot
in the
make
brake.
it, but
Yes,
yeah.
but that's
Also the power,
and then that's to put it in park.
Exactly. We also can integrate like the map,
Yes.
as you've said
So
before.
you can do routes. You can actually, if you want, you can have the map in
we
front
have
of you.
the map right here.
You can do energy, which is just showing your amount of charge you have in the vehicle, as well as the amount of energy you're using or regenerating. And then, of course, the map. And then assist is part of the ADAS system, so it can show
There
you
it
the
is.
environment around you, what vehicles are ahead of you, beside you. So it's a really nice graphic package. And then there's the standard gauge, which is just full of information. Many features that we have available are drive modes, and you can have a tour mode, which is a softer steering. It's a nice progression of the brakes and the throttle, or you can choose a sport mode, and the graphics to change. And what you have is, and you can get an idea of the steering feel is more sporty. The braking is more aggressive. It's a stronger pedal, less progressive pedal feel. And then acceleration. And then if you're in a low traction environment with snow and ice, this actually modulates the torque, and it makes it much easier to drive in snow and ice. I should mention that every vehicle comes equipped either with snow tires or summer tires, both sets of tires. We will deliver the vehicle to you with the correct tires, and then we will store the vehicles for you.
Oh, nice.
And then there's another mode here that's called My Mode, and you can, if you have a preferred steering feel or brake feel, you can have all of that in, and then it will latch into what your preferences are. So every time you get in the vehicle, it will go to the mode that you prefer.
Nice.
Yes,
Like it's
absolutely
your own
bespoke.
mode,
It's
right?
your own mode, and it's your mode.
Cool.
Alex's mode.
Oh, thank you.
And some other buttons we have here, and these buttons change depending on the environment. But this is the one. This is the motion sensor on the inside of the vehicle. So this is a motion sensor. So we're one of the first OEMs to offer so let me talk about our quick buttons that are here on the bottom.
Yeah.
And so here we have what's called it's a motion detector. So it's a Doppler radar system that can measure down to very small infants. We've designed this car to be Euro 5-star. So this is part of Euro 5-star is occupants left behind, and so we have this feature in the car. This next button is called one pedal driving. And that's the amount of regeneration that'll occur just with lifting the throttle, and you can have different settings, so it's very intuitive. You can have high, you can have normal, you can turn it off.
Or you can use this as well, right?
That's a separate feature. So on the steering wheel behind, there's this paddle right here, and that's much like riding a motorcycle. The more you squeeze it, the more brake you get, and it's all regeneration. It's just putting energy back into the battery. Many people just love it because it's very intuitive and easy to follow. So if you have one pedal drive and you enjoy that, you can also use that pedal. Or if you don't, you can have one pedal drive off and you can still use that pedal. And it's a very fun, sporty way to drive the car. Or if you use the brake pedal, of course, you're getting regeneration as well. So these are some of the primary features, and this is for turning the vehicle off, or if you just get out of the car and exit the vehicle, it normally shuts off. But if you want to start the car, you can put your foot on the brake.
All right, so here it is. I think that we've almost made the entire tour of the car. It's been a lot of explanation. You guys got a lot of details, but I think we've only made 50% of the car, or even less.
You know, I
through
think
it,
you
yeah.
understand our philosophy, and we're designing this car as a gateway luxury Cadillac experience, and we've clearly, tried to understand who the luxury customer is, and we do understand, and where the trends are going, and
Exactly.
why we did what we did, and we're delivering an incredibly great car, and I just love the opportunity to talk to you about it.
Same
So,
to you. Thank
yeah.
you so much, and I'm very glad that we've been all through it, and to see the final result. Cannot wait to drive it. That's gonna be the second step. But John, it's been a huge pleasure having you today.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Alex.
Thank you so much, and massive thanks to Cadillac Europe for organizing this pop-up here and this interview with you, and hope that you guys really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.